Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business, no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. So please remember that Notary Educators LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Now sit back and watch Kimmi and crew, and don't forget to subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
Now, let's get back to the book really quick. So we talked about some of the difference between a notary and a signing agent in the book. And I kind of went over that here with you too. Again, a notary is going to do everything out there. Okay, it's a lot under that umbrella. But notary signing agent typically focuses on mortgage documents. That's the major difference. You do have a higher level of certification required. For a notary, you don't need a certification. You just need your state level. But to become a notary signing agent and work with signing companies, then you will have to go through the National Notary Association. There's no way about that. No workaround. Some people say, you don't have to do that. You don't have to pay them $99. If you want to work with the major players, you will have to. Okay. Now, my training that we have as part of our mentorship program will prepare you for the notary signing agent test. Okay. There's a small course at the NNA. But that course, if you're brand new to the industry, you're not going to know what to do probably. Some people will, but the majority of you won't. So many people have taken our notary signing agent training, and that has prepared them, because our training takes you literally from the time you accept the assignment to the end what to do. Okay? So you can get that course as part of the mentorship program, $47 all inclusive, for all the trainings, or you can buy it individually, okay? At 60% off, coupon code is WIN2025, okay? So let's get back to a couple more training tips for you, okay? When it comes to doing your notary loan signing business, you also want to know how to explain the documents. Now, not perfectly, okay? Because that is not your role. This is your main tip I want you to take away today. Your role as a notary signing agent is just to go out there, identify your client, be able to give a brief explanation as to what they're signing. Because I had a lady the other day and she was signing and she was like, what is this? I'm like, she had already looked at the documents before I got there. I always let them look at the dollar amount before we get started. I'm giving you a lot of tips at one time. I'm sorry. I hope you're taking notes. So before I get started, though, I always start with the numbers. Make sure that closure and disclosure is correct. Make sure they are receiving the money that they discussed with whomever. If it was a lender, if it was a seller, if the buyer side, whatever you're doing, make sure, hey, are these numbers correct, Mr. Smith? Is this what you all talked about? Because if the numbers are not right, guess what? That signing is not going to happen. You are wasting your time. So always start with the numbers, okay? I gave you a lot of tips right there. Hey, Donna Matt. Thank you. Hey, Lisa. Yes, I'm rolling out my new book. These ladies are in membership, but this is my new book. Become a Notary Loan Signing Agent. Check it out. Check it out. And it's funny because this book was supposed to be out almost 4 years ago. I just didn't have time. I kept trying to write it, and it just didn't happen the way it was supposed to. And I'm not going to put it out if it's not right. I even include some sample documents in here. I'll go over a couple of those with you right quick as part of this training that I promised. You have the closure and disclosure. And on that closure and disclosure, again, you don't have to know everything about this, but you need to be able to explain a little bit, okay? So the closure and disclosure has all the numbers. It has the loan amount, the interest rate, what the monthly principal and interest are. So if I was explaining this to my client, again, I don't have to know everything. I didn't write the loan, right? Did you write the loan? No, but we need to be able to explain something because we're pros, right? Anything we do at Notary Educators, we're going to do it like a pro. So how would I explain this to my client? So Mr. Smith, this is your loan amount. This is your interest rate. This is the monthly interest and principal together. Does that look like what they explained to you during your process? So I'm going to always confirm, okay? I don't have to know everything, but I should know something if I'm going out there as a professional. Okay? And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do too. Know how to present. And we go over that in the loan signing agent course. Okay? We're very thorough. What else is in here? So we have a copy of the CD. We have the deed of trust. Okay, the deed, what's the address of the property? I always like to confirm that with the client. Okay, so that's in the book for you. First payment letter, we like to go over that. Those are more numbers. Anytime there's numbers involved, I'm going to encourage you to go over that with your client. Okay, so this is in the Notary Signing Agent book, but the course will take you step by step how to handle a signing at the table. And many of you are afraid you're not taking signings. I don't like that. Even in our mentorship program, I'm like, first take the course. Okay, I want you to be a pro. Take the course. And then take the signing. If you get stuck out there, we got you. We have your back. That's what we do at Notary Educators in the mentor program. Any question you have, we're going to help you through that. Now, does that mean we're not going to push back sometime, especially if we think you should know something? You know, we know you've been doing this for 2 months, 3 months, and now you're asking like, okay, such and such, I'm going to challenge you because I want you to be a pro. So our people are doing some amazing things, okay? Let's see what else we have. We have some more comments. Said hi to Lisa. Blue True says, happy Friday, Lady Kimmi. You look lovely in your yellow. Enjoy your blessed, fun weekend. Thank you, Blue True. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I had to do a little extra to roll out my new book. You know, yellow is our color over here. Plus, it just makes you feel good, right? So you guys can feel free to drop some questions in there. I also go over in this book how to handle problem solving, okay? We got to learn how to problem solve at the signing table. Everything is not going to be textbook. It's just not. So when you're at the signing table, I have a couple things here. I'm going to go through one of them for you. If a client asks questions about their loan terms, you don't have to panic. You don't have to be nervous because we got you covered as to what to say. And I'm going to tell you right now. But there are more tips in the book, okay? But I'm going to give you one right now. If a signer asks about their interest rate or loan conditions, politely direct them to their loan officer rather than attempting to explain. Again, you can tell them, you can show them how much it is, but you can't tell them why. They may ask you, they may say, hey, Miss Notary or Mr. Notary, because we got a lot of men in the mentorship program now. I got to get used to saying more Mrs. and a Mr. So we got a lot of members. They may ask you, Mr. or Mrs. Notary, can you tell me why is my interest rate 4.5? I don't know. I didn't write the loan, right? So I would refer them back to the lender. Well, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, I'm going to refer you back to your lender, okay? And even sometimes doing that initial confirmation call, you can make sure with your client, have you had a chance to look at your numbers? You know, I would do that sometimes during my confirmation call. All right, my confirmation call goes really quick, something like this. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, I'm Kimberly. I'm going to be your notary and if you say notary signing agent, they don't know what you're talking about. That's why you got to just know you're a notary at the end of the day, okay? I keep it real. Now, we know as notary signing agent, and that means we get paid a little bit more, right? But when you call your client, keep it simple. I'm your notary. I'm going to be your notary tonight for your seller property, for the seller package of the address such and such, such and such, such and such, okay? For the signing at 123 Love Lane. And I'll ask them, so have you had a chance to look over your numbers? Did the lender send you a copy of everything? And they'll say, typically they're going to say yes. It's very rare that they say they have not seen the numbers yet, okay? If they say no, then you'll just say, okay, well, I'll show them to you when I get there. Hopefully you have already received them before I arrive. And when they say yes, by the time I get there to the signing, I'm not doing a whole lot of rigmarole. We're going to look at the numbers again because I always like people to see what they're signing, okay? They may have told them one thing on the phone. They may have looked at one thing on the internet, but I want them to see exactly what they're signing in front of me. I want to make sure there's no problem. If I told you that, if I showed you documents that said 200,000 and you were expecting something for 150, that's a problem, okay? So that's why I don't care what they've received. I take a few extra minutes. I'm not that notary that's going out there just rushing. It's like a Zorro, just sign here. We got to keep it moving. No, because if you don't handle it on the front end, they're going to call you on the back end. It's just no way around that, okay?